Hello everyone, my name is Dylan and welcome to another video. If you are new to my channel, hi there. I teach modern RP British English in a fun and entertaining way. Hopefully. In today's lesson, I'm going to be sharing 5 everyday British expressions that I have personally used or have heard this week. I will be explaining how and why they were used, and most importantly how you can use them to start sounding more like a native British speaker in your daily life. I will be teaching you how to say all of these expressions in the modern RP British accent, and as always, everything that we cover in today's video will be included in a free PDF. The link is in the top comment. You don't need to sign up to anything. I won't try and sell you my beginner to native in 7-day English speaking course. No, you just need to click the link and press download. Right guys, enjoy the video. Number 1. So last week it was actually Easter. It was on the 31st of March. I'm unsure if you celebrate Easter in your country. It is technically a religious holiday, but if I'm being honest, in the UK, for a lot of people, it's just a day where we eat lots and lots of chocolate. So we have these things called chocolate eggs. Can you guess what these could be? Yeah, good guess. They are eggs made out of chocolate. Now, I haven't had one of these for a very long time. And that is why I was very pleasantly surprised when one of my friends randomly bought one for me. As he gave it to me with a twinkle in his eye, he said, "Listen, Dylan mate, you will be pleased to hear that this year I have got you a chocolate egg. Enjoy." You will be pleased to hear. You will be pleased to hear. That's the first expression, by the way. You will be pleased to hear. So the pleased is pleased. It's not pleased, it's pleased. So you need the st sound at the end. And the to becomes a t. So you will be pleased to hear. You will be pleased to hear. I really like this expression and it's a very native thing to say. So you basically use it before you say something that you think will make the other person happy. So if you are pleased about something, you are happy about something. So you will be pleased to hear it pretty much just means you will be happy to hear. Okay? So you kind of say this before the good news. You know, you build up to the good news. You get the other person excited. So, for example, "All right, mate, you will be pleased to hear that this year I have got you a chocolate egg. Enjoy." Ah, cheers, mate. Where's the chocolate, bro? Expression number 2. Sorry about that. Anyway, lately I have been on a little family holiday, which is nice, you know. I mean, there is something about spending an extended period of time with your family, which is lovely, of course, but I must admit, does also drive me crazy. So we actually have 2 expressions here. The first one is, I must admit. I must admit. I must admit. And the important word here is admit. So the A becomes a. So it's not admit, it's admit. And the stress is on the second syllable. So I must admit. I must admit. Let's say it together. I must admit. Good job. And if you admit something, it just means that you tell the truth about something. So the expression I must admit is used before a statement where the speaker is confessing or admitting to something that is true. So in this instance, I was confessing to the fact that spending a long amount of time with my family turns me into a crazy person. So your homework is to try and use I must admit before confessing to something that you've never said before, or if you just want to be honest about a thought or a feeling. Let me give you some examples. I must admit, I'm not a very good cook. That's okay. Me neither. You know, I must admit, I really didn't expect that film to be so good. I know, it was great. I must admit, I was wrong about you. You are nowhere near as annoying as I first thought you were. Thanks. I think? So in that last example, I said, it's nice being with my family, but I must admit, it does drive me crazy. Expression number 3, it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. So for the pronunciation, we need to look at the word crazy. The stress is on the first syllable. Crazy. Crazy. It drives me crazy. And this is actually our first idiom of the day. Very exciting, I know. If something drives you crazy, it means that that thing makes you feel so annoyed or irritated or angry that you feel like you are actually going crazy. So this can be used to talk about someone or something. You might say, oh, he drives me crazy, or this thing drives me crazy. It can be used in a light-hearted way to make a joke about how annoying your family are, or it can also be used in a more serious way when you're talking about something that does genuinely really annoy you. Say for instance you are late for an important doctor's appointment, but you can't find your car keys anywhere, so you can't leave. You might say something like, oh my goodness, I can't find my keys and it is driving me crazy. So the next time you come across something or someone that is very annoying, why not try using this expression? You might say, oh, this traffic is driving me crazy, or his constant tapping on the desk is driving me crazy. Those sorts of things. The fun thing about this idiom is that these annoying things, they don't just drive us crazy. Sometimes they drive us bananas, or they drive us insane. Those are both things that native speakers also use. Let me give you some more examples. This pen is driving me crazy. Thank goodness for this pencil. That pen was driving me insane. This pencil was driving me bananas. Number 4, and as mentioned, I have been spending some time with my family lately. The other night, my brother even very kindly invited us all around for dinner and even provided us with some free drinks as well. One of these drinks included this homemade cocktail thing, which does look very nice. In fairness, it looks good. How did it taste? Well, after the second or third sip, I very politely put it down and said, listen, this is delicious. It's really, really nice. You should sell this stuff. However, I probably will try another drink if that's all right. Thank you, though. He then replied by shrugging his shoulders and saying, all right, suit yourself then. So the fourth expression is suit yourself. All right, suit yourself. Fine, suit yourself. And for the pronunciation, the suit and yourself merge together almost as if it's one word. So it's suit yourself. For the word yourself, the stress is on the first syllable, yourself. Yourself. So it's suit yourself. This is an important one for you to know as well. It's quite commonly used. When we say suit yourself, it simply means, all right, fine, do what you want to do. Do what you think is best in this situation. I don't care. I won't try and stop you. Suit yourself. So there are a few things to note here. Firstly, when we say suit yourself, it's normally used in a situation where the other person wants to do something that is different to what you think they should do, or different to what you would do. However, you're still allowing them to do it. You're allowing them to make their own decision. You're not trying to persuade them or argue with them. You're simply saying, all right, suit yourself. Do what you want to do. So in this instance, my brother probably thought I should have just drunk the cocktail. However, when I said, I'll probably have something else, mate. Cheers. He didn't try and argue with me or persuade me to drink it. He simply said, all right, fine. Suit yourself. Secondly, if you wish to sound extra British, make sure to say all right before using this expression. So, all right, suit yourself. All right, suit yourself. I don't know what it is. We just love that word, all right. And it also makes it sound a bit more a bit more sassy as well, a bit more moody. Alright, fine, suit yourself. And thirdly, this expression has precisely nothing to do with suits, I'm afraid. So the next time you're in a situation where someone wants to do something that is different to what you think they should do, instead of trying to persuade them or argue with them, simply take a breath and say, alright, fine, suit yourself. Expression number 5. Even though I have been away, I've still been teaching my lovely students. The only problem is, well, I didn't have my usual teaching setup, I didn't have my classroom, so I had to make a new one. The room I was staying in was quite small, so it ended up looking like this. It's not perfect, I know, however, the quality of the lessons weren't affected. It was still, a good lesson. However, it was just a bit uncomfortable for me to sit on that stool. So as I was making it, I was talking to myself and I said, it's not ideal, it's not perfect, but, it'll do. It'll do. Oh, it'll do. Oh, don't worry. It'll do. This is just short for it will do. However, British people are quite lazy sometimes, so when we say it will do, it can sound like we are saying it'll do. This expression is used when a situation is acceptable, but not perfect or ideal. So it's good enough to meet your needs, not perfect, it will do. So in this instance, we are talking about my luxurious classroom, and it's good enough that the quality of the lessons weren't affected. However, it wasn't ideal because, as mentioned, that seat was a little bit uncomfortable for me. But it's fine. It will do. So it will do or it'll do can be used in a wide range of situations. Say, for example, you are looking to, get some food, right? And you're looking for a nice restaurant. You've been walking around for a while and you're starting to get pretty hungry. You might see somewhere that looks okay, it's not perfect, but it seems acceptable. Then you might say, oh, come on, we've been walking around for ages. Let's just go in here, it will do. So there's a sense of compromise there. It's not perfect, but in that moment, it's good enough. The reason why this is so commonly said in the UK is because nothing is ever good enough here. We love complaining about things. So we quite often say, oh, whatever, it'll do. So instead of saying, oh, mate, I'm so hungry. Have you got any food? Yeah, of course. I can offer you beans on toast. Oh, sorry, I don't actually have any beans. I can offer you toast. Yeah, I mean that's fine. That's not perfect. It's not ideal, but I guess that's okay. Cheers. Why not try saying, oh, sorry, I don't actually have any beans. I can offer you toast? Yeah, it'll do. Cheers. Great. Oh, I don't actually have a toaster, by the way, so yeah, I can offer you bread. Right, guys, and there we have it. Thank you so much for watching. As mentioned, everything that we covered in today's lesson will be included in a free PDF. The link is in the top comment. You don't need to sign up to anything or even enter your email address. Just hit the link and press download. All I ask in return is that if you did enjoy today's video, why not consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and maybe even commenting down below. I know they sound like quite small things, but honestly, they make such a big difference. This is actually part 3 of this weekly expressions series. The playlist will be on the screen somewhere here, I reckon. So why not check those videos out as well. Right, guys, thank you again so much for watching, and until next time, cheers.